Hello and welcome back to yet another video on the Alejandro Hernandez podcast, and today is going to be part 4 of grading NFL head coaching hires, and today I'm going to be talking about Jacksonville Jaguars and hiring Liam Coen. And I'm grading this a B, and that might come as a surprise to some people given the criticism he received at his opening press conference with the whole Duval situation, but I'm actually grading this highly because I believe that Liam Coen has the ability to turn around the Jacksonville Jaguars organization. And we saw in Tampa Bay how he was able to resurrect Baker Mayfield's career and turn him into a top 10 quarterback just like that. And he was able to unlock Baker's talent that was lost in Cleveland, and he came to Tampa Bay. He experienced extreme success with weapons. He had Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, K. Dotton, Bucky Irving, Rashad White. He had a ton of weapons in Tampa Bay. With a somewhat decent offensive line, Baker was able to put up stellar numbers, top 5 numbers in 2024. And I believe Liam Coen's going to have the same opportunity to do that with another former number 1 overall pick, Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville. And I believe Trevor has the talent. He showcased that in 2022 when he took Jacksonville to the divisional round. And his second year, he had a great year that season, throwing to Christian Kirk, throwing to Zay Jones. He beat so many great teams that year. He beat Dallas, he beat the Ravens, he beat in the wild card round. He came back from a 27-0 deficit at home against Justin Herbert. Trevor Lawrence has a talent. He just hasn't been able to unlock it these past 2 seasons as he struggled with injuries. But I believe that Liam Coen is going to instill a great offensive mentality to this team, and Trevor Lawrence is going to be able to find his stride once again. And he's got the weapons to do so. He has Brian Thomas, who emerged as a top 10 receiver in his rookie year. He's going to get Christian Kirk back, who suffered a season-ending injury. He's going to get Evan Ingram back. And they're going to bring in guys in free agency. I think Jacksonville has the talent. They have ETN, they have Bigsby. They just need to build a solid offensive line around Trevor Lawrence and protect him so he doesn't get hurt. And I believe Liam Coen has the weapons, has the quarterback, and Jacksonville is going to be a competent offense in 2025. And they have the draft picks and they have the cap space to do so. Even though Trevor Lawrence is under contract, Jacksonville has $32 million in cap space, and they also have the 5th overall pick. And they also have 2 picks in the 3rd and 4th round. So Jacksonville is going to have the pieces in the offseason to make this rebuild. And they also hired a new general manager who was the general manager, and he was an assistant with the Rams. And the Rams have built an awesome roster over the past couple of seasons. So now they bring in a new GM who's going to have a ton of picks and a ton of cap space to work with. And I believe Jacksonville is going to get this turnaround quickly, especially given that they're playing in a weak division. They're playing in a division with Tennessee and the Colts, who are both kind of in rebuilding phases right now. So they can easily jump in 2025 and compete for the AFC South title with Houston. And I think Jacksonville is going to be very competitive in 2025. And it's going to be because of Liam Coen's offense. I believe Jacksonville will have a top 12, top 10 offense heading into 2025, and he will unlock Trevor Lawrence's potential. And I also believe that Liam Coen, it's going to be difficult to decide whether he's going to be a leader of men and he's going to command that locker room, given that he's never had any head coaching experience. But I do believe that he's going to be successful at managing a great offense going forward for Jacksonville. They have the weapons, they have the talent at quarterback, and I believe that they're going to compete in 2025 for a wild card spot. And I believe that Jacksonville overall has a very talented team and a talented defense as well. And I believe what happened last season was they got off to a slow start. They got off to an 0-4 start. They completely quit on Doug Peterson. I believe when they quit on Doug Peterson was 2 seasons ago. At one point in 2023, they were the number 1 seed in the AFC with an 8-3 record, but they end up finishing that season with 6 straight losses and end up finishing the season 8-9. And I believe those last 6 games that they lost in that 2023 season was when they quit on Doug Peterson. Then they entered 2024 with a bad mentality, and all of a sudden they start out 0-4 and they quit on their coach. But now they bring in Liam Coen. They bring in a bright offensive mind, and I think he's going to have the ability to turn around this team and turn them back into a contender once again. And I believe they give Houston real competition for that AFC South spot, given that they play in such a weak division. And I'm predicting that Jacksonville is going to be back in the playoffs in 2025 with Liam Coen as their head coach. And that is it for this video. I'll see you guys tomorrow when I release my video grading the Dallas Cowboys and Brian Schottenheimer as their new head coach.